Hey, folks, if you haven't heard about Anchor, let me tell you, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. First of all, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. I'm recording these intros on my phone. It's wild. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you on all the mediums. It can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Those are the only two I know, but there's those and many more. And you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So what you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Do it!
There's 2,300 cases yesterday, 2,100 cases today.
It was like,
but Sunday and Monday are always low.
28. It was like 29 though, like Saturday.
It was 28, 50, yeah, Saturday. I think, but Sunday, like there's like the New York Times did like a study on it that Sunday and Monday there's just like a weird drop.
Yeah.
And nobody knows why. Maybe it's because, I don't know, people don't get their tests back on those days usually.
It's because coronavirus hates Mondays, but it loves lasagna.
Yeah, I mean, coronavirus also, you know, even God had to take a day off. So Sunday.
It's crazy though, man. I don't know what to do because, like,
I feel like shit. I'm like, man, I should go and do stand up, and like, it just feels like a bad idea.
yeah, I want to, but like, I've made it this far. I really don't want to get this thing at this point. Like, I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't think it would be good. But I also don't know what to do just in general with like my life because it's like I live with a guy who's going to do shows. So it's like I'm not really protecting myself by not doing them. And then also like I can't like not see my daughter even though they make her go to school now. And it's like I don't know what to. Yeah, I'm just going to have to get it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's basically the whole. That's the plan. That's America's plan. Everybody has to get it. And then we'll all be not immune to it because then the people who were immune, who did get it, that wears off. And then they just get it again.
Yeah, it's a real fucking, it sucks.
It's never going to end. So, hell yeah, life, baby. Who doesn't like it? Everybody.
It's not going to go well for me. I know it. If I get it, I'm fucked. Like, I don't feel good normal. I can't handle not feeling good because of a fucking sickness. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I don't have a good immune system either. So you actually have like a disorder. So I don't know. It's not going to be good.
I mean, your parents survived it, so that gives me hope that you will be maybe okay, but...
Yeah, possibly. Who knows, though, man? Who the fuck knows? Turn off your fucking phone, Jeremy.
Man.
So what, did you have a story to tell me or something? You said you had like a story to tell me.
Oh, well, I mean, a lot's happened since we last potted, but I did want to ask you today. Well, first of all, I want to hear the story about fucking Max. I've been like dying to hear it.
I'll tell you that, but I want to hear your story because you said that you had a story for the pod. You said you were like prepared for it or whatever. You had like prepped stuff.
Well, yeah, I was just starting to take notes every day of like, you know, weird shit that was happening to me. But first, did you see post yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I did not.
Dude, it fucking killed me. She was like, I was fighting with this guy on Twitter who was like who's like, I guess a pro Trumper or whatever. She's like, I was fighting with him, and then my psychic intuition tuned in. She called it her spidey sense. She's like, I don't want to say psychic because then people get weird, but I'm like, psychic. She's like, something just told me he got out of a breakup recently. That's why he's mad. So I went, hey, didn't you break up with someone? And then we like had a great conversation. So I expected to like read this heartwarming fucking message. And she posts the fucking tweet screenshot. And it's her going like, hey, didn't you get out of a breakup recently? I want to say her name was like, or whatever. And she's like, he was like, yeah, we call her. And she was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, it's cool. Her husband started to catch on and they have like 6 kids. So I don't want to be a home wrecker. And I was like, what the fuck? That's not cutesy at all. That's fucking disgusting.
Also, couldn't you just like, that's not like psychic intuition to be like, oh, you just got out of a relationship? That's Facebook. That's what that is. Facebook. Facebook told you a couple weeks ago that he got out of a relationship, and now you're like, oh yeah, I have a feeling, I have a sense that he got out of a relationship recently.
But even that, yeah, that's
the algorithm is telling me something.
Even that I get is a little silly, but to think I was going to read this heartwarming message where they made up and the guy's just like, yeah, I was boning some dude's wife and they have 6 kids. I was like, what the fuck? This isn't like heartwarming at all. This just makes me feel like.
Of course he loves Trump.
Terrible.
Of course he loves Trump. When you're famous, they'll let you do it. I don't know if this show's going to happen on Thursday.
Yeah, that's why.
TBH.
I really don't want to have to write to work on this set if it's not going to happen, because I feel like I need to watch episodes of King of the Hill and like get stuff. Like, I don't know. It's just like I feel like I need to put some time into it, and I don't want to do that if it's just not going to happen because there's no other show I'm going to do this
I wrote
on.
a bunch
it's
of
like,
dog. I wrote like fucking 5 pages worth of "You Might Be a Millennial" jokes, so I fucking need.
I feel like that's a little easier. I feel like I need to watch King of the Hill and find specific examples that I could do. Like my dad gives me no respect.
Fucking make everything complicated. You make everything complicated. True. Why do you make everything complicated? Just fucking do an easy thing. And then
I'm bi, and I can never make things easy to go through with.
Everything's complicated with you. Your relationship status.
That was funny. Tom was doing an undecided voter bit last night. And he's like, it's a coin flip for me, but heads or tails. Ooh, I can't decide. They're both so appealing. And I was like, oh God, we literally joke about that on our podcast where we're like a bi guy at a coin toss, like heads or tails. Ooh, I don't know. But last night was weird because even went on and he was just like not connecting or saying anything that I could follow. I was like, I don't even know what's happening with this show. It was like, kind of bizarre.
I don't even think it's like, I think people are just like, the cases are skyrocketing. The fact that there are even people there is wild. It was shitty outside. Nobody wants to do it. It's like it's not fun or safe. It just feels gross.
Well, that's what was annoying was there was like one big group of people that came with their chairs and shit, and they all just talked the whole time, and then they got up in the middle of Tom's set, folded up their chairs, started hugging each other, going, so great to see you. They just like didn't even pay attention to the whole show. I was like, what was the whole point of you guys even, like, who did you come to see? Why are you here? What the fuck? Don't invite those people back.
In the middle of Tom's set?
Yeah, because I guess they thought the show was like almost over because they said it's their last comic, and they were just like, he was still like in the middle of his set, and they just started like folding up their chairs and hugging each other, going, it was so great to see you. Like, I was like, what the fuck? You talked the whole show. Shut the fuck up. Now you're doing this. Like, why are you even here?
Yeah, that sucks. Oh, well.
But I don't know.
So what was this fucking, you had a fucking story to tell me a week ago, and now you can't fucking, now you're like,
no, I got my phone. Well, because as you know, I bought a new car, and that's pretty dope.
Yeah. Go on.
So I like don't know how to buy cars. Mostly because I don't have money, and I think that's what you need to get them. But
Well, you don't know how to straight cars either. Got your ass, dude.
You're the fucking worst comic ever. Now it feels good to be on the other end of that. Well, that's what a bi guy would say.
That's funny.
No, I hit my dad up, and I was like, "Look, I need someone to like go check out cars with me because like my car smells like gas, so I think it's leaking gas, and it's just time to get rid of it. 'Cause it's like at 300,000 miles or whatever." And
yeah, you're like, I need a hot guy with me, so come on.
No, so he's like, "Well, I got this fucking Hyundai Tucson I bought from my friend for like $4,000, and it's like a 2012. It's only got like this many miles on it." And he's like, "You're not going to find anything for less than $4,000," which he was right because I didn't believe him and I looked. But so he's like, "Just let me sell you this car, and then we're good." So I bought the car from him, and but the next day we had to go get the title and do all this shit, and it was just a wild goose chase. And then we get to like the junkyard where I'm going to sell my car, and this guy that like works at the junkyard is just like standing in the waiting room with us. Also, my dad is like refuses to wear a mask. I'm like, I'm going to fucking get it. I'm in the car with him all day. I'm like, he's like, "What have you been doing since you've been unemployed?" I was like, "What have you been doing since you've been retired?" He's just like, "Oh, hanging out at a bar that doesn't have any restrictions. Like it's a real American bar." And I'm like, "Oh God." So we get to the place, and he only puts his mask on because they make him. And then this tow truck driver guy that works for the junkyard comes over, and he's like, "Yeah, I fucking hate these masks, man. It's so political." He's like, "Oh, don't get me started, brother." And the guy's like, "I got my sister making me one that says it's going to say on it, if you wear this, you suck dick." And I was just like, "Wait, aren't you going to be wearing it though?" And my dad is just like, "Shut up, Jeremy. It's a freedom of speech thing." And he's like, "Yeah. The point is, if I go in a place and they tell me to put a mask on, I put that on, and they say you can't wear that, I'll be like, it's freedom of speech." And I'm like, I think you guys are like really fucking like, I don't. I wish you could see this from an outside perspective because it does not sound like you're winning. I don't understand how you think you're owning anybody with that.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
And then my dad could not explain it to me because we were just driving, and he was like, "Ah, man, why'd you have to say anything?" I was like, "No, I mean, think about it. If he's wearing this mask and it says, if you wear this, you suck dick, what does he actually say? What is he couldn't give me an answer."
Also, what, like, if anything, you wearing a mask would stop you from sucking a dick. You know what I mean? It's like the least...
That's what I thought.
Most straight thing you could do.
My thoughts exactly. I was like, well, if you got a mask, then dicks can't even get in, really. I mean, it's like the virus can get in because we know masks don't work, but a dick can't really get in there, you know?
You can't get the virus from a dick.
I mean, that's what
really
that's
matters.
what science says, but also science isn't gay, so they don't suck dick, but...
I thought science was gay.
Yeah, I guess it was. I was just thinking, or yeah, maybe science has done a lot of control studies because they're so gay. Maybe that's the angle. But
that's fun.
Then, so I take my car home to clean it out so I can sell it. And it smells like gas. It's so bad. Me and Carrie noticed it when we were driving home from Governana's Friday night after that singer show I did. And then
after that fucking bomb.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
after it. After that giant fucking egg you laid on stage.
Yeah. But we get oh, cutting that out. We get to I get home, I'm like cleaning out my car so I can sell it or whatever, and I find this can of, it's called PB Blaster. It's like WD-40 or whatever that I sprayed on my tire to like get the nuts loose so I could pull them off because they were really tight. And I smelled it and I was like, oh, this is this smells like the gas smell. And so I realized what happened was me and Carrie threw our foldable chairs in the back seat. It probably sprayed the fucking PV blaster. And that's why it smelled like gas in the back, because that fucking smell just like was back there. So this whole time, my car didn't even smell like gas. I was afraid to drive it. I wasn't going anywhere for like 5 days.
And it's because you're dumb.
Yeah,
it's because you're a fucking dumb person.
My car was fine.
Oh my god. Well, it wasn't fine.
No, I mean, it's old, but... And now I hate it because I'm like, if comedy ever comes back, everybody's just going to make me drive if I'm on a show because I have a big car. Like, it's an SUV now. You can fit. It's roomy.
Yeah, dude. You could fit your big fat ass in there.
Both of us. His and hers. We ride comfy.
Yeah, she's got to sit in the back seat. You sit in the front.
And then that weekend, here's a fun little nice twist, unlike the tweet. I'm with Carrie. We're driving home to her house in the car. My dad just starts texting me. And he says, I don't think I have his number saved. Well, I reset.
That'll show him.
No, he said, how are you liking the car? And then I didn't answer because we were in the car. And then like 2 minutes later, he's like, I have an alternative proposal. And then he said, call me. I would recommend you call me while I have this in mind. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I call him and he can barely speak. He's like slurring all his words. So I was like, oh, he's wasted.
Hammered.
It's like 3 p.m. And so I'm just like, what's up? And he's like, you promised you're going to take care of that car. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's nice. I'm going to take care of it. And he's like, you swear? Like, I'm going to check. Like, if you come over, you should come over for Thanksgiving. I'm going to check it out and make sure you take care. I was like, whatever, man. And then he's like, all right, just give me $500 more and you can just have it. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I gave him I paid like $1,500 for the car. And that was it.
That's good.
He was like, I realized that like I paid for your brother's like whole DUI and I help your other brother out a lot and I've never really given you anything. So like you could just give me $5. And I was like, all right, dope. Like, thanks for being a bad dad. And now I get this. It worked out.
So moral of the story is be a bad parent and then maybe one day
I will not be passing it forward. I will say that. I will not be paying for the car behind me in the drive-thru if you get my drift.
It's called paying it forward, not passing it forward. That's how bad of a person you are. You don't even know what it's called. That's fun. So yeah, you and your dad are no longer estranged.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with me not telling him I'm bi. So that he doesn't know. I'm afraid.
Hey, Dad,
he'll find out.
Fun.
I'll be like, guess what? You got
Thanks for giving me that car. I got railed in the back of it.
Thanks for the great deal on the car. I have a lot of gay sex in the park now because of it.
Yeah, we don't have to meet at rest stops anymore. I have
the back seats do fold down and the windows are tinted, so that's nice.
The windows are tinted and I only fuck black guys, so it's perfect.
It's like double camouflage. I don't know.
That's funny. All right, I'll tell you this stupid Mac story. It's really not that eventful. It was really just so funny in the moment. So, is this guy
former alt-right?
Former alt-right. Apparently, also a sexual predator, registered RSO, registered sex offender. So, this guy's like 5'4", 320.
He's registered. We can look him up.
Yeah, he's a registered sex offender. He's you can just register for that apparently.
Support the troops.
Yeah, I didn't register to vote, but I did register as a sex offender. So
I enlisted as a sex offender.
are you guys registered as sex offenders? Go around with a fucking clipboard and be like, you guys registered as sex offenders? That's actually fucking, I'm going to write that down. That's pretty funny. Hold on.
You guys registered.
Just go up to the person next. Go up to the person that's doing the voting registration and just do it. You guys registered to vote? Yeah, you guys registered as sex offenders. That's funny. Yeah, what county do you live in? Is it funny that I would go up to the people who are getting people to vote?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Did he offend sexually when he was alt-right, or is he?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the timeline is of his Nazi.
I mean, I felt sexually offended when his ass crack was hanging out when he was sitting at the show.
Okay, so is like 5'4", 320. Like that's like his, the specs on this guy. So
320 is generous for a sex offender. He's more like.
So but he's also got these like fucking big glasses that have the thickest fucking like prescription lens that I've ever seen in my life. Like he couldn't look more like a pedophile. So, and now he didn't used to, but now he walks with like a fat guy cane because he's so fucking fat. So, okay, so this mic's going and it's terrible. It's just bad. They know he's laughing, know he's having fun. It sucks.
His set or the whole show?
Finally,
sorry.
The whole show sucked. The whole show. So finally he gets up there and he's like, and he gets this, he's got his cane in one hand and he pulls the mic out of the other with his fat fucking hand. And he's like, so do you guys think that Transformers get turned on when they transform or whatever? And, not really doing offensive material, just like dumb fucking shit, And these fucking three black dudes walk out of Max onto the patio. I don't even think they listened to anything he said. I think they just saw him and like drive by heckled and they go, fuck you, you suck, get off the stage. Fuck you. You are the worst, whatever.
Well, they're not wrong.
Walked out to the parking lot and they're like, his bitch ass isn't going to do anything, whatever. And Ryan's just standing there holding the microphone. Like it's a goddamn ice cream cone, and he's holding it. And the host Q, the other host, not Luke.
This is a QAnon guy for me. He's who's Q? It sounds anonymous.
His name is like Quaran or Koran. I don't know, something like that. He's nice, but he goes like, hey man, it's fine. Just keep going. It's okay. They're just assholes. And he goes, no, it's cool. I got this. Puts the mic back in the stand, grabs his fat guy cane, starts twirling it like he's in a fucking Clockwork Orange. And he's going to go fucking beat their asses in the back. So he's like waddling his fucking fat penguin looking ass back there. And Luke, briskly walks back there to catch up with him, to stop him. It was such a fucking shit show. So I'm like, Luke, let me go up next. And I just got to talk about that for like 5 minutes. It was so much fun.
Were you closing it out?
No, I mean, I was headlining, but they're going to let me go up in the middle anyways. Was like 8. So I was like 3 spots away. I was like, hey, don't put this on anybody else. Just give it to me. Like I'll fucking do it. And it was fun. It was like, I don't know, he like came back outside. I was like shitting on him. And then he came back outside, so I stopped because he was like a fucking mess. And then he finally left and I go, did he leave? They're like, yeah. And I was like, did you guys know that kid used to be a Nazi? Like, he was he was like a racist Manchurian candidate. Like, those black guys said something to him. It fucking switched off, and he was like, here we go. Helter Skelter. Race war. It starts tonight. Like, it's...
Okay.
It was, man.
But how did you find out he was a registered sex offender? Where'd that info come from?
Connor Loughran told me that.
I thought he just started, like... ripping his shirt off like, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm a registered sex offender. Like, it's like, that's just like fucking...
You guys better watch out. I'm going to call my probation officer. Apparently, like, I was telling about it, and apparently he like sends like shirtless tapes of him doing jokes to like or used to.
Well, yeah, I knew he hit up every girl because like when I was talking to her, he was like, he was telling us how hit her up and was like, would you like to get coffee sometime and do that? But it's shirtless tapes of him doing jokes. That's weird. Why would you show off the one thing you don't?
That's literally the thing I said. I was like, why would you show off the worst part of your body?
This is fascinating to me. You say it's not a great story, but it is fascinating to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating because you sort of know who he is. But man, this guy couldn't be. So before the mic, which is even funnier now that I think about it.
I mean, we're talking about like the fattest.
Yeah, I mean, like he's like he's a bowling ball of a person. Like he's just like a fucking little. But so before the mic, the black dude, the host, Q, he was like, so what are you, like, he played like a Fall Out Boy song, and he was like, I'm trying to get the white people hyped. Why are you guys not like hyped up by this? And I was like, I like it, but nobody's gonna fucking like, you know, what do you want us to do? And he goes, well, what music do the black guys go, what music do white people like? And goes, can you play some MF Doom? So he starts playing some MF Doom, and like halfway through one of the songs, he goes, oh, so this is what white people like? And I was like, no, this is what white people want black people to think we like.
I actually like MF Doom.
I know, everybody does. Yeah, it's we get it, but
it's fun. I don't know.
He is good. Yeah. He's good, but it's also just like, it's not like hanging out music. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like. But yeah, so that was the big Max story.
Well, I saw Luke post a fight started at my open mic, so I thought it was like a whole big thing. I was like, oh God, I want to hear this story.
I mean, yeah, apparently there was a fight the week before that.
Oh, really?
Something happened. So yeah, I think it's just getting a bunch of ghetto dudes, and then it sounds
also
like the
best open mic ever. Like, at least you're going to see some sort of show if you go, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Very World Star hip hop sort of moment.
Oh God. Did you see that World Star I sent, or did I post about in the group?
What?
Do you remember from Dayton? Her fucking
oh yeah.
Brother was at a party and got his lip like bit off, and it was fucking disgusting. It was on World Star. I was like, oh my God. It was, oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude.
It was wild to watch. I was like, God damn. Fucking bit like half his face off. It was nuts.
That's funny.
I was gonna say when he said like, you think Transformers get horny? I was like, I think I know how I became a sex offender, but
anyways, he's gonna shoot. He's for sure gonna shoot up an open mic, and I'm gonna be number one on the fucking list.
Yeah, probably. Because, you know, hashtag Manic Mondays, or he's not a Transformation Tuesday type of guy, if you know what I mean. I fucking hate that guy.
He lives.
I've never even.
He lives with. And they've now given me both of my favorite open mic moments. Because the one was him at Talon Tavern, and he said the N-word, and then he goes, so what do you guys think?
I don't, at the feedback, you mean? So it wasn't like to a crowd?
Yeah, there was a feedback mic, so he was like, we were just like trying jokes on each other, and he says this joke, and it ends with the N-word, and he goes, so what do you guys think? I never laughed harder.
Is also that way because I just thought I was a fucking moron, but like he seemed fine. Like he booked. He booked you to headline that one bar, and it was like fine. And we like.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad kid or something. I don't think he's like a Nazi or anything like that. I don't think he really knew there was, to be honest. I mean, he was. I don't think he is now.
Yeah, I don't think he is now, but it's weird because I'm like, I feel like you were more loved when you were that, probably by somebody.
Probably, yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know. God, that's wild. Shirtless tapes. What the fuck?
I know. That's what I said. I was like, Jesus Christ. Fucking confidence on this guy.
I know.
Hey, man, save some 6-year-old pussy for the rest of us.
And now. God, that's so wrong. Save it for the rest of us.
That was a good sex offender joke.
No, it's a great joke, but I don't want to be associated with it. The only type of jokes he should be telling are knock knock.
He did no, dude. That's crazy.
Are you serious?
The
God
guy goes, hey. The guy goes, hey. When the guy goes, hey, fuck you, get off the stage. He goes, hey, that reminds me of a joke. Knock knock. And then the guy said, get off the stage again. And he goes, fuck you. That was
No, I just meant he should only be telling knock knock jokes because he's a sex offender and he's got to knock on doors.
Funny.
But yeah,
it's so funny that was his
comeback.
He did. Yeah, that was his comeback.
And then after that, it's when he goes, "I got this," and starts twirling his cane around like fuck it.
Yeah.
I got that. After that terrible joke, it reminds me of see, all these guys have nothing. It reminds me of when someone heckled Max Solway and they're just like, tell me a joke. And he goes, your life. And it's like, okay, wow, you got him. You really got him.
Woof.
Man, I miss being out. I miss those fucking moments. God damn it.
I don't miss it.
I do. They were fun. They were chaotic. They were... they weren't really that chaotic, but they were they were just fun watching fucking shitty people fucking try to save face. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I miss it. I guess what I'm saying is I miss Thompson House. That's what I miss.
Oh, man, that mic. What a fucking nightmare. But that's where we became friends.
Huh?
I said that's where
Thompson
we became
House.
friends.
Yeah, I thought you meant Max. I was like, I didn't fucking friend you at Max.
You stupid fuck.
But it's outside. It's good or it's not good.
It's on the It's on the patio. I don't know.
And these black guys weren't being rude. He definitely just sucked. It wasn't.
Oh no, they were totally in the wrong.
Oh, they were
being rude until he went to go fight them.
See, when you set up and 3 black dudes, I thought a race war started where we put our worst person in front line or something. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what was happening.
Well, I thought he instigated it. It just sounded like he was like, "Hey."
No, he was right until he went to go fight them. I mean, it was.
I never thought you would defend a sexual offender like that, but here we are.
I mean, I defend you all the time. But we both canceled our show tomorrow, so
yeah. But I live with the guy running it. So I don't know, but he's kind of iffy on it seems too. So
yeah, I mean, he didn't seem like he really wanted to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bar wants it more than ever, but I'm also not drinking, so I'm not going to go spend money either. So they're not going to get anything from me if I was there or not there. So I mean, I don't.
Hey, do you want to make a video?
I haven't seen. Do you follow him? I don't follow him.
Yeah, we follow each other. He goes.
I just followed him.
It's like it would be something like, it'd be like girls in the fall, pumpkins.
So did he write that bit then, or did he steal it? Because I thought he stole it.
Stole what?
Because I followed him at the open mic, the one where Cam messaged you that I ripped or whatever. Just saying. No, I followed him and he was like, "Get him, brother," or
Not
whatever.
the Ryan Singer show where you bombed.
Yeah, not that one. It was a different one. I was just trying to get their material on that one. I don't care.
I know,
whatever.
motherfucker, but I was trying to alleviate
fine.
the fact
It
that you
sucks.
just said you ripped.
It happens occasionally.
Stole what? What did he steal?
No, he was like, "Get him, brother," and I just like kind of railroaded him. He was just doing like all this dumb shit, and he did this thing where he was like, how moms pronounce S's on the names of everything, like Aldi's, Kroger's, Meyer's, and I'm like, and it's Meyer, Kroger, and I'm like, that's like a thing already, like all over the internet.
Yeah, I mean, he's just.
But now you're telling me about these videos, and I'm like, well, it sounds like one of those videos. So I'm like, he's not the guy that originally said that, right?
He probably just says whatever basic shit he can think of. It's all just basic, like, yo, how come girls are like, yo, how come moms be like, how come teachers are like homework?
Carrie told me he thinks he's the new Dane Cook. I don't know if that's how he like advertised himself as, but
I mean, that's how he like performs.
But I don't know.
I think me and Stacey are going to go to the drive-in on Halloween.
Well, that ended better than I thought it was when you started that sentence.
What did you think I was going to say?
What do you think I thought you were going to say? Me and Stacey are...
I don't know.
Well, I just assumed it was over, but...
Well, wouldn't I fucking probably lead with that, you think?
Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't have fucking just talked about for 20 minutes. I probably would have fucking talked about how me and my girlfriend just broke up.
I don't know. It kind of always looks like it's the end for you, like the way you lay and...
Dude, I think it's fucking tight. I think nobody's doing this in podcasting right now. Hell yeah, dude. I fucking lay down when I pod.
Tori invited me to a party. She's like, it's like just going to be like 10 of us and it's out in the country or something. I don't know where. She's like, you bring Carrie or Blake. And I was like, you think those are like my two like, oh, he might want to bring his girlfriend or he might want to bring this guy. Like what? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they like me better than you. That's
That's just weird that they think like, well, if he can't bring his girlfriend, he'd probably bring his gay lover, Blake or whatever.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? I don't know. That makes sense.
You don't go to parties. We don't party. What are you talking about?
That's true. I don't go to parties. I only perform sexual favors for people in parking lots.
Speaking of sexual favors
to
in
parties.
parking lots, my daughter has a boyfriend now, apparently.
Yeah. What do you think of him?
Well, I haven't met him, but she brought him up, was like, first, I want to let you know I have a boyfriend, and yes, his parents are conservative. And I was like, why do you think I give a shit about that? Like, that's such a weird thing to me to even like, that's like hard news to break to someone like, oh.
So, Dad, I'm going to need money for the abortion.
Well, that's what I mean. I would have never been included, but now I got a nice car. They want me to drive them around. It's like, well, your car's not embarrassing now to drive me to my dates. And I'm like, you're 15 and a half. Get your learner's permit, you piece of shit.
So, what's his name?
Shit.
You don't even know the guy who's railing your daughter?
Whoa. I don't want to say that he's doing that, but he is on the football team, the baseball team, and in the band. What can he do?
Make your daughter come, probably.
Oh, man. Why am I blanking on his name so bad?
Sean.
Damn it.
Jeremy. Johnny?
No, it's like Preston or something dumb like that. Oh, God damn it. I can't remember. I'm such a bad dad. I can't remember the name of the guy my daughter's banging.
How old is this fucking kid?
15.
Okay.
I just don't want anything going on, you know? I don't know.
They're 15, man.
I know, and they better stay 15.
You're lucky she hasn't fucking... you've seen the movie 13. You know what happens. You jerked off to cuties. You know what's going on.
Yeah, but I only did that because I used my mom's Netflix.
Yeah, but I only did that. I didn't do anything else. I only did
No, I mean,
that.
but that's on her. It's under her name. I don't know.
What, your cum's under her name?
It's an underline.
What did you have her? When did you have your kid?
19? Well,
4
right about
more
right.
years.
Oh, God damn! I think right before I turned 20. Yeah, so it was like the end of 19.
Well, there you go. How old was her mom?
20. She was a year older than me. So.
Ooh, look at daddy.
I know. It's the oldest woman I've ever dated. I mean, not at the time, not now, but I usually skew younger. Not that young, but, you know, younger than me, my current age.
Well, everybody's younger than you. Let's be honest. You're old as fuck.
Does Stacy ever get baby crazy? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think she's got a little of it.
What is that? What is that?
It's the biological clock, Doug.
I don't know. Carrie
The biological clock for the biological cock.
got all caught up in it one night, and I was just like, what the fuck? And now we laugh about it like, what a silly cunt you were that night. But it's just
fucking load her up, dude.
Well, no, like we were just talking about like joking about, or not joking, but you know, like just talking about like if we got married and like, and just the idea of like, yeah, I mean, I'd have a kid if I was married and like, you know, I could do it right this time. Maybe I'd do it one more time, but, and it's just like, got really into it and then was like, what if I don't take my birth control tomorrow? I was like, okay, we're not doing that. We're done. And but now we make fun of it. 'Cause she's like, I can't believe I even said that.
Also, how funny would it be? So, all right, say like you get Carrie pregnant, and you're like, you know, eventually, like 18 years down the line, you're having a talk with your son or daughter, and you're like, I don't even know how you're here because I tried to eat the cum out of your mom's pussy and it didn't.
I thought I got it all,
just
but
didn't I thought I got it all, but you fucking made it through.
yeah, I was a bad lover, but I'm a great dad, right?
I was a picky eater.
I did have one of those. That's weird. I don't want to say I thought of you when I came because I didn't think of it like when I came, but. I had one of those loads, like last weekend.
What?
I had one of those loads last weekend where I was like, later, where we were just like, oh my God. And then later I was like, I think I get what Blake means when he's like, that one was a kid for sure, man. Like, I didn't get it before. And then I was like, I think I get that joke now.
Yeah,
Because it just
come
kept
so hard
coming.
like,
There was so much cum. I was like, where's all this coming from? It was just.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's just like that's a fucking kid right there, dude.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. I was like, oh, I get it now. So that was like the most cum that's ever come out of my body. I was like, Jesus Christ. Who's also a son, but.
All right, so you want to wrap this pod up and then we can write or whatever?
Yeah. The other thing, I sent you this, but apparently I learned that me being bi, I'm transphobic because bisexual is transphobia. Because it only implies two genders.
Well, I think that you were transphobic way before you were bi.
That's only because I'm scared to talk to men and women, but...
That's a funny angle. That's funny. It's like, no, I'm not transphobic because of that. I'm transphobic because I'm afraid to talk to men and women.
I don't know. I just feel like at that point you're really picking straw. Like, there's so much stuff.
Picking straws.
There's like so much stuff to be pissed off about, and then why is that even? Let's get to that later. Like, that's not a problem right now. Okay, no one that's bisexual is being openly transphobic by saying I'm bisexual and therefore denouncing trans people. Like, it's just like, it just seems weird to be an argument to do now.
You're doing it right now.
Well, yeah, now, but this is for the Patreon. There's only like 6 people that listen to this. That's fine.
Yeah, you're going to get our transphobia on Patreon. Subscribe now.
Well, the Patreon's for select people. The Instagram's for a wider base.
Yeah, just men or women. There's no in between. That's funny.